There are over 500,000 kids in foster care across the United States, and making sure they're well taken care of takes a village. I'm Erin Lindstrom, and this is Foster Care Aware, a production brought to you by Tidewater Friends of Foster Care with support from the Barry Robinson Center. If you've had it on your heart to become a foster parent, volunteer, donor, advocate, or just want to learn more, you're in the right place. For more information on how to move forward, head to fostercareaware.org/next steps. And now I'm thrilled to share today's segment with you. Hey, I'm Erin Lindstrom, and I am joined by Audra Bullock, the President and Director of Tidewater Friends of Foster Care. And with us is John Murray, the founder and CEO of Families First of Virginia. John, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for allowing me to be with you.
Yeah, can you please tell us a little bit about Families First of Virginia and yourself?
Yes, we're a private therapeutic foster care agency here in Virginia Beach. We provide therapeutic foster care services to children from all over Virginia. We've been in business now it'll be 14 years in 2 weeks, actually. So we started this agency due to the needs of children here in Hampton Roads, and we've been very fortunate to be a part of children and families' lives throughout the Hampton Roads area.
Amazing.
That's fantastic, John. For our audience that might not know the difference between therapeutic foster care and regular foster care, can you just give us a brief description, the difference?
Sure. Just mainly that it's been, there's evidence to show that children have special needs as related to the abuse and neglect that they've suffered. Usually that's seen through either their behavior or through some struggles that they might have in the academic setting, school setting, family setting. They might have attachment disorders. It's clear that we're seeing that they need additional services other than just foster care services. I also provide homes that provide services for children that are not classified as therapeutic, but the majority of our children are classified as therapeutic.
Tell us a little bit about the types of children that are placed with your agency. What are they? What age ranges? Are they sibling groups? Tell us a little bit about them.
From birth to 21, the majority of the children, the largest groups of children, the age range is between 8 to 12. I do get a lot of sibling groups referred to me. In fact, I just had 4 sets of sibling groups referred to me in the past 3 weeks.
Wow.
And those sibling groups could be anywhere from 2 children to the last one was 6. And it's been pretty challenging to find homes for groups of children that large. But we're lucky that we've been able to handle the referrals that we've been given here recently.
I imagine so. 6 children all at once to be placed in a single home. That's a special foster parent right there. Yeah. Tell us, what are some of the attributes of a foster parent in your mind that make a successful foster family?
Oh, that's a great question. And I'll try to make it brief. What makes a great foster parent is a parent that is able to see past current behaviors, that they're able to provide an environment where children can heal. How I would define that is that in the way that they're providing the home, it's much more than just the basic needs of what families provide. These people have to be able to see the effects clearly. They're just like any other child. They're lovable, they're intelligent, they're special just like any other child. But because of the abuse and neglect they've suffered, I need families that are willing to parent in a different fashion. Not just accept them as a member of the family, not just raise them as their own, but truly be able to learn new techniques in parenting where children can have an opportunity to heal.
Can you speak a little bit about the training that parents receive through Families First and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's a little bit different than the average agency out there. I provide some pride training combined with neuroscience. And the reason that we look at the neuroscience is because you can't argue about it. It's clear. And that neuroscience clinical techniques that we combine together with what people consider therapeutic foster care is focused on specific areas of the brain that have been damaged due to the abuse and neglect. And so that training is highly focused in implementation of those techniques. Like I will run drills with our parents as they go through training, that they have to be able to manage at least out of our core 12 techniques, at least that they should be able to manage at least 4 of those clinical techniques. So it's parenting, but yet it's also clinical at the same time. It's a hard thing to pull off, but I've been very fortunate that I have some great families that can do that.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
How long does the training process take?
That's up to the family. At this point, I'm in such need of families that you could get through training in a few weeks, or it could last 9 weeks. It's really up to the individual family. I do one-on-one training, and I also do group training, depending on what people's schedules look like. If someone shows an interest, I'll find a way to make sure that the training can fit their schedule.
And John, as somebody who's worked with you over the last couple of years, I can totally attest to how wonderful you are in your flexibility and giving your time and energy to really make this work for families and the children that they serve. You really do have a heart and a passion for this, and it shows. And I think the families that you license are all the better for it.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. But for me, the reason that I'm doing this is because it's a miracle. And I've been doing this for 30 years. That's why I'm old. But it's a miracle to have a family contact me and want to take a child into their home that's a complete stranger and grow as a family, but also grow as a parent. And if they're willing to look at that concept of that the children are going to do something for them and helping them grow, I'll find a way to make it work, no matter what it takes.
And do families that come to you and are interested in working with families first, do they need to be in Virginia Beach, or where are you serving?
That's a great question. They could be anywhere in the Hampton Roads area. I have far as Williamsburg. I have families in Suffolk. I have families in Newport News. Anywhere in the area, I'm looking for a family.
And you take placements of children, not just necessarily from Virginia Beach or Norfolk or all of Hampton Roads, even outside of that, right?
Yeah, I just placed a child yesterday from Carroll County, which is right outside of Blacksburg, Virginia.
Wow.
So I get calls from all over the state.
Incredible. So if people are listening to this and they say, that's the guy I want a license with, what are the next steps? What do they do?
Call me. You could call me at any point in time. You could call me night or day. I want to have a family that has a desire to help these children. And as soon as they contact me, we'll have an orientation meeting. I'd like to meet in person. I know that's doesn't fit everybody's schedule, but I'd like the chance to sit down and make sure that I'm going to be able to meet the needs of the family. I don't want them to join my agency if it's not a good match with the agency. I want to make sure that my approach matches well with what they believe they can accomplish. So all they got to do is just reach out to me and I'll meet with them right away.
Perfect. What number is that they should call you on?
757-450-7329. Again, that's 450-7329. That's my cell phone. They can call me anytime they want.
Amazing. And is there a website that they can get more information as well?
Yeah, it's just, it's familiesfirstofva.com.
Perfect.
And John, one last question. Mm-hmm. For families who are listening to this and kind of find themselves on the fence of, am I ready? Is this right? What would you say to them?
I like that question. It's just like having any child. Nobody's completely ready. Is if you have the desire, if you feel a calling or you feel that you just want to know information. For me, if I get a chance to meet with somebody, even if they decided they didn't want to do it, they'll know more. And that's what the purpose of my desire to sit down with somebody right away is because the average foster parent thinks about it for about a year before they make the phone call. So by the time they make a phone call, they're ready typically. But here's the great thing about what I think my agency brings online for these families. It's the support and the intensity of the support that we can offer. You won't be doing this by yourself. You won't be making the decision by yourself. You'll have control over who comes to your house, but you will have the guidance and support of my agency. And we do a good job with that. We do a good job supporting our families.
You do. And John, you have a wealth of knowledge on the brain science, and we really look forward to your segment on that topic later in the week. It's an amazing thing that's unfolding, I think, in science of the understanding of trauma in relationship to children and brain development and adverse circumstances, and how we can use those data to move forward and help a child heal. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And we so appreciate you taking the time to be with us today and share with our audience about Families First of Virginia.
It's my pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
And a big thank you for listening. Foster Care Aware is all about spreading the word about how we can help the kids who are in care in whatever capacity works for you. Tidewater Friends of Foster Care is here to help support you through the journey. Whether you want to be a foster parent, volunteer, donor, or advocate, head on over to fostercareaware.org/nextsteps to learn more.